Why is she sitting on the curb?
I wanna know that.
I'm happy that Robin is caught up in her feelings because for once, I'm seeing some emotion from her.
Okay.
Wow. I don't even know what to do.
I'm gonna give you a chance to...
That really set me off.
Robin, why?
Here we go! Here the fuck we go! Here the fuck we...
Why are you feeding into it? Alright, I'm not gonna let you keep allowing these women get you super emotional.
What's up, y'all? Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, and y'all just saw my video that I did of the mid-season trailer. Like I said, I was still surprised that it came so early, which was probably due to the ratings. I think the ratings dropped to like 660,000, which I mean it's not bad compared to some of the other shows on the network, but I mean it is what it is. But y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
Let me take a deep breath, y'all. All right, we basically pick up where we left off, and we see Robin in the car crying, defending Juan, you know, and she's admitting that, you know, she didn't know about the Title IX, but she still defended him.
Violations, like, you know what y'all are talking about.
Well, you don't talk to us.
So my whole thing was like, you're over here swinging in the dark, just don't know even what you're doing. You're just swinging for Juan just to make sure that nobody talk about your man. Like, my whole thing is they had questions. Like, you questioned about raised taxes, so I mean, why can't we question you about why Juan got fired?
Get involved in none of this but other people's husbands talk trash non-stop about people.
Now, my husband don't say about none of y'all.
In the Title IX, right? So she was like, I don't even know why y'all brought up a Title IX, because there was one. Like, regardless, like, do I personally, after, you know, I told y'all that I saw, like, when Sherelle's World, she covered it live while it was going on. She got some of the information. So from what I heard from Sherelle's World, I don't think that Juan, should he been fired? Probably so. But should he be convicted of anything? No, I don't think, right? She's in the car telling them, like, you know, Juan minds his business. Y'all over here talk about his job. He doesn't get involved in the girl's mess like other husbands do. And then they flash to Chris Bassett.
Wanting to share. But did you make a big deal out of our situation to deflect?
He was over here with, like, I think it was Bravo Bros or Bros Bravo, whatever. And Candace's rebuttal is like, yeah, he's defending himself and I don't apologize for it. So if you don't like it, you just don't like it. So, you know, I feel like one thing the producers did right was put Robin in that damn car, because it forced them to have a conversation and it forced them to question Robin, and she couldn't get out of it. She couldn't just, girl, you sitting in there. So my whole thing was, I like the fact that she stayed in that car, but I'm pissed off that she switched at the other part, right? But we're gonna get to it, right? At the end of the day, Robin and Candace are still going at it, and then Robin officially declares, like, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to talk about my husband, talk about me, then we're not friends. You're not my friend. So Candace like, cool, we're not friends. So what are we talking about? We have nothing to talk about. Cool.
Hold on to that.
Okay, but you said we're not friends. That's what you said. You put it on me, so we're not friends. It doesn't even matter.
So they get out the car, arguing and crying and arguing, right? So, you know, they finally arrive to the chicken place, which, like I just say, like, low budget. It gives low budget. It gives, like, what are we doing? Like, I don't got time for like, I don't like the rhetoric that's being played with Atlanta and with Potomac. To be honest, for me, I feel like the low budgetest housewife show is Potomac. And that's sad. For real. Like, I feel like they shit on DC. And first of all, I feel like DC has such rich culture. Obviously, it's fucking capital of the United States. But, you know, it's just so sad, right? But, you know, everyone goes to sit down, and Giselle asks Robin, like, are you okay? Robin just bursts into tears. I'm like, girl, really? Come on now. So Robin fills Giselle in that, you know, Candace and Wendy said stuff about Juan, this, that, and the third. Candace is there crying as well, and I feel like, you know, they both are hurt. They both feel some type of way, and I feel like both of them should have got up and had the conversation separately, right? But I already know that Giselle wouldn't have let that happen, right? But even Karen and Wendy are saying that, you know, they should have a conversation by themselves, let them talk, because they both have love there. I might not like her, but you didn't have love there, right? So we then start seeing Mia and Giselle having a side conversation, and just Mia basically saying that Candace trying to make it all about her, and Giselle saying that at the end of the day she's not a friend. A friend wouldn't do that. Wendy's like, Candace did not make it all about herself, so don't sit up here and try to paint that narrative that she made it all about herself, because she didn't. What she did was just saying, pointing out the obvious. At the end of the day, you're talking about, you are mad that I'm talking about you, yet it was cool for you to talk about everybody else, right? Right, and you supposed to have my back, but then at the end of the season, you switched up on me, and that was a fact, right?
It had something to do with mom being fired, and it just really, like, that hurts.
I just feel like in this situation, Robin always sounds silly half the time. I'm a fan of Robin, right? Outside of this situation, I like Robin. I think she is a loyal person. I feel like she has a lot of characteristics that, you know, is a great for a person that would really draw me to her. But I just feel like Robin is just silly for this man. And Karen, like what Karen said, you are the dizziest bitch at the table. Sorry. Robin makes the excuses about the table. She goes outside and, you know, she start crying. Mia walks behind her and she's like, no, I want to be by myself. I want to be by myself. Like, stop. So, you know, at this point, it feels deeper than Wendy and Candace.
To do is be there for her. Robin, where you going?
Oh, I want to be alone. Like,
It feels something that is deeper going on. Is it the fact that, you know, she's over here embarrassed that her husband lost his job? Is it the fact that she thinks that something else is about her husband's job? Like, is it something internal going on? Like, I feel like it's something past Candace, because what Candace is doing is, it ain't that deep. Giselle has done 4 times as worse what Candace has done. Candace is asking the question. Giselle has plotted on people's families. Right? Rob is sitting on the curb and Giselle comes outside and says, why is she sitting on the curb?
Why is she sitting on the curb?
I want to know that. Okay. I really want to know that.
And it just reminds me of season 5, the Hosea Williams Foundation event that Portia threw.
Outside, honey. You're on the curb where you should be.
And when she told King, she said, yeah, go to the curb because you're a curb ass bitch.
You stupid curb ass bitch.
It just reminded me of that. I don't know why. Every time I think about Robert on that curb, reminds me of that memory, right? Good times. So Giselle's basically talking to Mia. She's just like, yeah, Robert is so strong. And then that bitch want to talk shit. Fuck that bitch. I'm just like, oh, you have a lot to say now.
Headline after headline after headline after headline after headline, and that bitch is gonna be like, double down on it? You bitch. Agreed.
And you still haven't had a one-on-one face-to-face confrontation or conversation with Candace yet. So it's just so funny that she's like, I don't want to talk to her. No, you don't want to talk to her because she's gonna read you down. You're never gonna keep up. Like, Candace is gonna take you out every time. So it's just like Giselle is trying to find every other way to not have a confrontation with this person, right? And then, like I just said, like, I just feel like with everything that Giselle has done, Candace doesn't even scratch the surface, right? And we can go down the list. If we really want to go down the list, we could really go down the list of what Giselle has done. Giselle has plotted on Monique's family. Giselle has brought up a situation about Blue Eyes with Sharice, was the first person to bring that up. Giselle has questioned Katie's mental health. Giselle has came after Michael groping Andrew's butt. Robert and Giselle has came after, you know, Michael talked about he wanted to suck on his dick. Girl, me so. Came after Wendy's husband. She came after Wendy's body shaming her. She came after Karen numerous of times. The Pizzagate, the Uncle Bill shirt. Now Candace. So my whole thing, like I said last year, Candace, you sat on this show. You know, Candace, I love you, girl. But I gotta give you one real quick. You sat on this show, you felt comfortable with her going after everyone else. But when it was your turn, now you want to hear her cry and all this stuff. You knew it was coming. Like with NECA, you should know what's coming. Like with Mia, you should know what's coming. So I don't know why y'all even gonna be trying to sit here and be cool with this girl, because Giselle's gonna play the background until she gotta get pushed back into the forefront, and she's gonna come after somebody else, because that's her MO. That's what she do. That's all she do. If she ain't got no man, she ain't got nothing to play with, she gonna play with y'all.
Stand up!
And y'all let her do it every time, right? If y'all really want to do a takedown, that's the one y'all need to take down. If y'all can get Robin on board, that would be something to see. Because to be honest, Giselle can't take none of y'all, because Giselle only do it because y'all want to follow her. And if y'all didn't want to follow her and y'all really got together and did like and did post-season or pre-season dinners like the girls do, they all gang together, and let's say they all get together and leave Giselle out, Giselle would probably go on a fucking spiral. Right. So Candace now sitting down, she starts to bawl, crying again, like bawling. I'm just like, girl, calm down. So Nneka speaks and she says that, you know, Wendy's basically manipulating Candace. I'm just like, girl, find something safe to do.
Think on her own, breathe on her own, act on her own, or even cry on her own. As far as...
Because you over here steady keep speaking about Wendy. It's always Wendy. I'm like, girl, what else do we have to talk about? Because at this point, it's getting dead. It's over and done. I'm over it. Like that's all she talked about this whole episode was Wendy. And then everything else was champagne, pills, baby. What else? The fuck? The girls go outside and, you know, Candace explains to Karen that, you know, Robin's over here crying, and because she said that, you know, that they're trying to blame her for why Juan lost his job. But all they said was, you should never spoke about his lawsuit publicly. I'm not going to speak about mine, so you shouldn't have spoke about yours.
Past this too. And I'm happy that Robin is caught up in her feelings because for once, I'm seeing some emotion from her. Okay.
You see Karen in her confessional, she's like, look, it's about to be my 60th birthday tomorrow, the triple 20, and, you know, I feel like they might mess my birthday up yet again, because we saw in the past, what happened in the past, like the girls over here arguing in Miami, getting bopped over the head with a purse, Mia. So she's just like, I'm just kind of like skeptical. We see Giselle, Robin, and Mia, they basically get an Uber to leave, and the other girls basically go back inside and play with the chickens. I don't got time. I'm with Karen. No, I'm not about to play with no chickens. They probably smell like doo-doo. Let's do something luxury. Let's do something fun, right? So, you know, they're in the Uber and Mia asks, why is Candace crying? And in the words of Candace, like, Mia, stop being dense. Right. The girl crying because obviously she has some type of tether towards Robin. Period. Robin then gonna be talking about, yeah, at the end of the day, she gonna cry and it's some BS after all the extreme cyberbullying she does. And they keep showing this House of Aaron's clip and of her saying that she's a fraud. And my whole thing is, production, producers, what else do we got? You talk about extreme cyberbullying. What the fuck else do we got besides that? Because that's not showing me extreme. That shows like what the girls normally do. Like, I feel like the girls always go on social media before the season or during the season is airing, and they over here antagonize each other and incite the fans to go after all the other girls, right? But Giselle, she talk about, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, now if she come at Robin, I'm 100% ready for her. I'm 100% Shut up, girl. You ain't even 12% ready for Candace. Honestly, because when we were at that reunion and she was tagging your ass, what were you doing? Even Monique, who hasn't had a memorable line besides 4 houses, she got you. Is this his phone number? Yeah. Like, come on now. But, you know, they leave and it was what it was. The next day is Karen's birthday, and, you know, Candace calls Chris and she tells him that, look, I got into it with Robin, and, you know, basically everything came out that I was holding back. And he's like, look, just cool out, everything's gonna be fine, just let it breathe, let it die down, and, you know, try to talk to her later on. So Giselle comes to Karen's room and she brings up, you know, happy birthday to Karen. All the girls does like their salutations to Karen, and it was so cute, them wishing her happy birthday, right? So Giselle basically tells Karen that, look, there's gonna be no conflict today, there'll be no drama, but I want to let you know that I know that you want me and Candace to be cool. We would never be cool because of the stuff that she has done resulted in people want to send.
That's beautiful, but I just need for you to understand there is no moving forward with her. Threats
to me. So now, do I agree with people sending death threats? Like, I feel like if y'all gonna send death threats, y'all are lame, weird as fuck to send someone death threats. And my whole thing is, when you do stuff like that, that energy comes back to you. You don't play with stuff like that. Like, so when you have these fans that's like, oh, you need that's weird, right? But, you know, Giselle's just like, you know, Candace was the cause. Wrong. Candace wasn't the cause of anything, because my whole thing, the problem is one is accountability. I feel like Giselle has a problem with accountability, and I also feel like Candace has a problem too. But Giselle, after all the stuff you have done, and you want to act like Candace didn't have a reason to chop you, for real, after you over here accuse her husband of, you tried to allude to the fact that her husband tried to set you. and then you just like, oh, that's not what it was. That's not what you call him a sneaky link. You said that he forced you into a bedroom. Like, girl, you're changing the narrative and moving the goalposts every time, and it's weird. And that's why I say Giselle is dangerous. The way that she talks is dangerous because she changes the narrative, and she will. The thing about it, if people don't like Candace, they're going to run with that narrative every time. And you got other accounts that are biased, like Queens of Bravo, that want to be biased about certain things in their narrative about Candace. Like, look, you don't gotta like Candace, but at some point, like, you ain't blind. You watch the same show that we watch. So for you just to always want to be biased about this shit, it's fucking crazy. Bless. Okay, we see the girls go down by the river, and you know they're having a fun time. It's real cute. You know, it's normal stuff the girls do.
Karen, I wanted to say something to you.
What, babe?
Yesterday was a lie. It was a whole lie.
Candace sits by Karen. She tells her, like, you know, yesterday was really crazy, but I appreciate you having my back and comforting me. Cool. We see the girls having their wine by the water, and they're over here drinking their bubbly. You know, Karen's doing driving the boats. But you see at the end of the episode, Robin calls Juan. They're here talking about some medical stuff in the beginning, but then she says, like, you know, she tries to vent to him like any normal couple would do.
Candace is trying to infer that I'm like, she's like, I damaged the group because I didn't share this information.
I talked to this dude like last year, and like when I have an issue, I'll call him in. This is what we do in relationships. So I was like, Karen, she was like, Karen, Wendy, Candace was basically saying all this stuff about me, basically saying that when I brought up your legal lawsuit, that was the reason why, you know, you lost your job. It triggered me. Girl, that wasn't what happened, but to each his own, let you go off. You're trying to vet. And he's like, why are you letting them feed that into your, wow.
Yeah.
Robin, why are you feeding into it?
I'm not feeding into it, but that.
Now, do I feel like Robin is a silly, simple-minded woman? Yes. But do I feel like in this moment she deserved to be talked to this way? Hell no. She's trying to vent and tell you that she's having your back, and you want to sit up here and scold her like she's a motherfucking child and just be like, oh, why you over here letting women talk to you like that? You feeding into the bullshit, just going off on her. And she's just like, well, but I try. It's crazy, and I feel horrible for Robin. And in the midst of the conversation, he hang up on her.
Right now, Robin, please. I can't listen to because I gotta go.
She still had the phone up here. He's like, click. You hit the dial tone. She's like, ah. It's sad. Honestly, it's sad because I feel like I said before, I feel like Robin as a person is a great person. She's funny. She gets along with the girls. She just going through her season right now. So I feel like Robin always been a round the way type of chick. But I just feel like in this environment, she probably should have took off a season. She probably should have laid back. I don't know. Because this is just, it's not painting a good light for her nor her man. Because it make her look like she's just ditzy as hell, and to make him look like he is verbally and mentally abusive. And I don't think that's the narrative. But that's just how it feels. That's the first thing that comes out of my head. Like, damn, he is over here just tormenting this woman. And I don't think that's what it is, right? But they showed the missing trailer, and like I said, nothing really popped off. It was just but I feel like a lot of people just like the missing trailer is boring. I mean, you can look at my poll that I did. But I feel like the missing trailers aren't that spicy because, like, you know, they leave a lot of stuff later on, you know, like we saw the missing trailer for Salt Lake City. It was decent, it wasn't that great, but the show is everything. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let it God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This African all I really ask for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye-bye.